Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Market Intel Brief. I guess on market close. Market's closing right now. The biggest thing that happened today that I'm sure is just incredibly great news for you is I'm out of Facebook jail. 30 days in Facebook jail. I posted a picture of me after my transformation in Facebook jail. I'm a reformed child of God, ready to rejoin social media society. Go F yourself, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and all you other fascists at Facebook. Here's what I did, folks. There was a picture on a Black Lives Matter Facebook page of a cop on his knees with somebody all dressed in black, lifting his chin up and cutting his throat. I reposted that picture on my page. Guess whose account got shut down for 30 days and said this goes against our community standards? If it wasn't for double standards, Democrats, liberals, Nazis, fascists wouldn't have any standards. So I'm back on Facebook. A lot of people wondering where I went. That's where I was. See, there you go. Account warning. There you go, folks. All of these is speech that somebody didn't like. I might not agree with what you have to say, my good sir, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. We've really forgotten our history, haven't we? These disgusting pieces of shit fascists at Facebook. Can't stand them. But I'm going to be on here until they throw me off and I get one more warning and then I'm done. Super. Speaking of that, make sure you are off of Twitter. Make sure you are over on Parler. This is where I am. I have more followers on Parler in the blink of an eye than I do on Twitter. Why? Because on Twitter, I'm on my fourth account or third account, which is actually my wife's, at Susie SFF, Susie Strike Fighter Financial. She doesn't even know what Twitter is. I have to use her account. It's a disgrace. Follow me on Parler at Top Gun Options. This is where I'm posting all my content now. No more Twitter stuff. I'm on Twitter just to look at dudes like Dave Portnoy, actually, and to see what the president's tweeting about and how great the market is. But I'm following Dave Portnoy here because this stuff. I may have to make this my full-time job. This game is too easy. I literally have the stock market in my back pocket. This guy is, I'm saving all these tweets because he's absolutely going to be wrong eventually. Okay? But anyway, a lot of strategic stuff going on that isn't good. China warns of UK reprisals. This and Defense Secretary Esper escalates military tensions with fiery words. Folks, we're going to go to war with China. We've already been, and everybody knows their history, right? We've already fought China in a war. Anybody hear of the frozen chosen, right? The chosen reservoir? We fought China in armed conflict before. Kicked their ass, by the way. But anyway, this is coming to a head, folks, as they get the world sick and the United States sick and force us inside and everything and destroy businesses. They're building more aircraft carriers, right? China steps up shipbuilding with 2 more in addition to their current 2. They're going to have electromagnetic catapults. I mean, folks, are you awake? Are we up for a naval war with China? China's already destroyed Hong Kong, the beautiful, shining financial metropolis it used to be. Now it's China. Now it's just piece of shit China, not Hong Kong. It's not free anymore. Then they're going to move on Taiwan. The question is, do they do it between now and the election to really stick it to Trump? You think Donald J. Trump's going to get us into war with China before the election? I'm certain Xi Jinping doesn't think he does. But folks, the Fed knows. We're in a second lockdown. We're under curfew down here in South Florida. Gavin Useless from California is getting ready to shut his state down again. Here we go again, folks. But the market's up here. It's not doing this for now. Why? Because the Fed. It's the only reason we're up here, folks. None of these earnings support the price to earnings multiple. The financial earnings last week, folks, sucked. Okay, JP Morgan, what bank earnings last week tell us about COVID era business? Everybody is bluntly struggling, except if you're a member here at Top Gun Options and you've been printing money. You really printed money on the way down, and then you printed money on the way back up here. We're doing fantastic. A lot of people aren't. But guess what? The Fed knows this. Okay, what does the Fed know? Look at the vice chief. Jerome Powell is the commanding officer. Vice Chairman Quarles is his executive officer. Last week, this is what the Fed vice chief said. We may be seeing significant pricing disconnects between the market and economic fundamentals, which could result in sudden and sharp repricing. Ladies and gentlemen, that sentence tells me that the Federal Reserve is not only an arsonist, but it's a volunteer fireman. They set the fires, then they come to try and put them out. This will result in pain. How many times do I have to brief you? The stock market, look at this thing, is not the economy. It's not even close. If the stock market were the economy, we'd be down below these March lows. We're not, because the Fed's propping us up here. About 20,000 Robinhood traders that listened to this guy got wiped out today. A name that they were trading in, CB&L Associates Properties, went Chapter 11. So here's all the day traders getting in to try and make a quick buck, and here goes the stock into the ground, bankrupt. Well done, ladies and gents. So kind of a wishy-washy day. We've been seeing this. The S&P, the battle line today was 32.45. Did a great job with Microsoft today. Microsoft had I was up about $35,000 in Microsoft today. Net up about $7 from last week. What am I talking about? I got into Microsoft last week and doing a crappy job training people that I knew. Look at this. Microsoft, great, and then implosion. Why? Heavies rotated out of tech names, the FAGMs, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and into financials to trade them. So what happened today? Take a look at Amazon today, folks. Everybody jumped back in the pool on Amazon. Amazon was up $234 today. Amazon. You with me yet? You in solo Amazon yet? Are you printing money like most of our members are? Look at that. Bam! Let's get out of Amazon for a little bit, go over to trade JP Morgan, Microsoft, Morgan Stanley, and Monday back into it. Cash, money, take it to the bank. Jobs not doing, they're slowing. The jobs numbers imploding. The recovery is bad. And remember, these are all backward-facing metrics, right? Backward-facing metrics. That aren't up to date, right? If you're looking at quarterly metrics from last quarter, why? It makes no sense to talk about what they're talking about today. Last quarter, we were reopening, and you could go get dinner in Fort Lauderdale, and you could have a good time and see your friends. Now you're back getting yelled at by masked Nazis. Bad, folks. So I don't know, man. I don't know if we're due for another big leg down or not, but I'm ready, man. I'm flying an F-18 Hornet. I can put my feet on the displays, pull 8, 9, 10, 50,000 G's and go from being bullish to bearish in the blink of an eye. And you can be damn sure I'm going to be ready for that. But a big week ahead. A lot of earnings. The biggest earnings that I care about, Microsoft. Microsoft on Wednesday after market close. Tesla, I'll have some popcorn to laugh about that. United Airlines after the close. Tuesday, Thursday's got some Southwest and E-Trade. Friday, a little Schlumberger in there. I'll take a look at that one. But a big earnings week. So now we had financials last week. Now we're starting to get into the kind of the meat of earnings, and we'll see what we see. If earnings, for whatever reason, ignore reality, which I fully expect they will, this market goes higher. We broke through 32.45 today with a little bit of airspeed. This might be bullish. I'm ready to go either way at this point, folks. Offensive or defensive, we can do it at Top Gun Options in the blink of an eye. I got to get going. I got to get back on Facebook right now and start posting stuff to get me thrown off. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll see you.